Robinhood Radio presents award-winning author John Neufeld with Side Effects.
We're living in an era of what if. Once it was just writers, then performers, then politicians who woke each AM wondering what would happen if. Now it's all of us. It seems clear to us that DJT hasn't enough to do with his time, or at least anything he really wants to do with it that might benefit the US of A or any other country. Devoted to being king of the universe, the Donald must start each day wondering into what confusion he can throw the world. He's good at it. What if Mexico? No, make that Venezuela. No, make that Russia. Syria, Afghanistan, the Philippines, both Koreas, the Baltic states. He makes instant pronouncements about what if he embargoed, or added tariffs, or closed borders, or killed arms sales. In nearly every instance, having floated this proposal aloud worldwide, he changes his mind and walks it back, leaving nations large and small nervously shivering, trying to figure out if this time he means it or not. In fact, he seems to believe that by merely mentioning a punitive action against a foreign power is sufficient to get that power to change its plans and policies, to alter its processes, and end up doing exactly what Donald thought when he woke up, stretched and said, "What if?" With the new tapes about oranges, it's perfectly possible Donald doesn't even think about doing this. He just does it. What if my father had been born in Germany? What if I closed the borders? What if I really had been exonerated? He has, we're pretty sure, assistants. Some eager, bright young man or woman seeing the main chance, researches sources for glimpses of long-forgotten laws or habits. He, she investigates before sending his/her finding on. You know, a president can. Donald takes this hint and mulls. If it's true, then he could. He floats this possibility, saying at first modestly, "I don't know. I don't think I have that power." Oops, he finds he does. Oh, well then, let's. About the only operation he hasn't tried is standing on Long Island shore, facing the open sea, and demanding that the tide go in or go out as he commands. The press is not being helpful. It takes each day's what if and plays it out in long form, telling us what actually would happen if. Now we really have something worth worrying about. Soon the entire nation is playing the same game. What if Congress actually did something? What if one of the 184 Democratic would-be nominees has the strength to defeat DJT? What if Kim doesn't love Donald back? What if Vlad decides he's had it with Donald and cuts him loose to do what he will on his own? What if Mr. Barr actually has the Mueller report published and distributed to all of us who paid for it? What if citizens of all stripes had the chance to read the report and make up their own minds? What if security clearances were distributed to intelligent, sensible, trustworthy human adults? What if Herman Cain is no smarter than he was? What if Wilbur Ross went broke? What if Betsy DeVos knew anything about education? What if Mike Pompeo decided that DJT was not divinely inspired? What if the Donald gave up golf and learned to read? What if the world, rather than being frightened by DJT's visions, did not say, when he said jump, "How high, sir?" Worst of all, since we all got ourselves into this situation, what if we couldn't get ourselves out? I'm John Neufeld.
All opinions on side effects are those of John Neufeld and do not represent necessarily the opinions of Robin Hood Radio, robinhoodradio.com, CATV6, or any of the employees, volunteers, or underwriters of Tri-State Public Communications.